Hello, my dear students. So, let us in today's video, we will understand that what will happen when electric current is passed through water. So, when electric current is passed through water, as we can see over here, the water which is H2O, the constituents of the water is hydrogen and oxygen. So, when electric current is passed through it, it will break down into two gases, the constituent gases, that is hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So that means the liquid water, it will change into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, that is H2 gas and O2 gas. So these two gases which are formed on breaking down of the water by passing electric current is known as electrolysis of water, and this is one of the application of the chemical effects of current. So when current is passed through water, it will change into the hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Now, to do this electrolysis of water, we have what the arrangement we want is that we want a container and then two electrodes which are made up of graphite. So, the graphite electrodes are used during the electrolysis of water. The graphite electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, that is called anode, and the graphite electrode which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, that is called cathode. So anode is positive and cathode is negative. To remember this, there is a learning trick that I always ask my students to remember it by saying A plus C minus. That means anode positive, cathode negative. So anode is positive, which is graphite. Then cathode is also graphite, which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. After electrodes, we need the electrolyte. The electrolyte is obviously water. We are using over here tap water, but we know that tap water, it's a weak electrolyte. That means it will not conduct electricity to that much great extent. So to make it a good conductor of electricity, we are adding, before the electrolysis, we have to add a few drops of an acid or few drops of a base, and we instead of putting acid or base, we can also put a pinch of any salt. Why we are adding this? The purpose is that it will make the water more conducting. So to make the water more conducting, to make it a good electrolyte, we are using over here few drops of acid or a base or a pinch of salt. Now, when the current is switched on, when you will switch on the current, we will observe that there will be release of bubbles, as you can see in the picture also, in both the electrodes, at anode as well as cathode. Now, at anode, the gas released is oxygen, whereas at cathode, the gas released is hydrogen. So, we can see that the oxygen is collected by the downward displacement of the water at anode, that is a positive electrode, and hydrogen gas is collected at cathode, which is the negative electrode. How we will verify that the gas released at anode is oxygen and at cathode it is hydrogen? We will do a simple physical test. At anode, when we will bring a burning splinter, since it is oxygen which is a supporter of combustion, that burning splinter or that burning matchstick will start burning with the more brightness, because the oxygen will support combustion, so it will start burning with the more brightness. Whereas if you take that burning splinter or that burning matchstick near the cathode, then we will observe, due to the release of hydrogen gas, which is a quite explosive gas, it will start burning with the popping sound. So these two physical tests prove that the gas released at cathode is hydrogen and the gas released at anode is oxygen. So we have come to the conclusion that the gases released at anode and cathode are oxygen and hydrogen. Now, the question is again that how to remember that which gas is released at which electrode. So again, over here we have a learning trick. What we can do over here is we can remember this by we know that chemistry, the first two letters of chemistry is C and H, right? So C stands for cathode and H stands for hydrogen. So hydrogen gas is released at cathode, right? So and that means the another gas, that is oxygen, that would be released at anode. So this is how we can remember the gases released at anode and cathode. Now, Another important factor which we have to remember over here is, which is very important, that the hydrogen and gases released over here, they are not in the same proportion. As we can see in the picture also, that the gas released at anode, this is quite less as compared to the gas released at cathode. So this is near about double we can see at cathode, whereas it is nearly half at anode. So the hydrogen and oxygen gas, they are released in the electrolysis of water in the ratio 2 is to 1. That means the hydrogen gas is double the amount of oxygen gas released. As we can see the formula over here also, we have H2O. That means hydrogen and oxygen, they are present in the ratio of 2 is to 1. So over here also in the video we have it in the ratio of 2 is to 1. This is all about the electrolysis of water, and it's a type of electrolytic decomposition reaction. So whenever the electric current, in the last I will repeat that whenever the electric current is passed through water, it will decompose into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas in the ratio 2 is to 1. And the hydrogen gas, it is released at cathode, right, and anode the oxygen gas is released. Now I have one very beautiful activity related to this electrolysis of water done by one of my student. So here, enjoy this activity by this curious clan.
Hello everyone, welcome to this super exciting, scientific video where we will see that what will happen when we electrocute water. Means what will happen when electric current is passed through water. Here I have all the materials we need for the experiment. We need water, salt or few drops of acid or base, container, graphite electrodes, but I'm using pencils sharpened on both sides for that. Battery and wires. Let's start with the experiment. Take a container, put water, add a pinch of salt, put graphite electrodes into it, and then connect them with positive and negative terminals. The terminal which is connected to positive terminal is called anode. The one which is connected to negative terminal is called cathode. Now let's observe what's happening. See, we can observe bubbles released at both electrodes, which means the water, that is H2O, is breaking down into two gases, H2 and O2, when the electric current is passed through it. This electrolyte decomposition of water is called electrolysis of water. Important to observe here is that the gases released at cathode is double the amount of gases released at anode. That is in the ratio of 2 is to 1. Gases released at cathode is H2 and at anode is O2, and they are released in the ratio of 2 is to 1 as the water, that is H2O. The hydrogen is double the amount of oxygen, that is 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. I hope you must have understood what will happen if we pass electricity through water. Thank you for watching my video.